All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you. You're welcome to TableTurn, and I am your host, the Decay. Without wasting much of our time tonight, I'm gonna go directly to what TableTurn is all about. I'm gonna go direct to what TableTurn is all about. TableTurn is a place we called TBT, is a place where we discuss complex and the complexity of life, where we attend to these issues right here on TableTurn. We attend to this issue right here on TableTurn. TableTurn is also a forum where head meets and discuss mysterious issues, complex subject matters that are swept under the carpet that some are afraid to talk about. At TableTurn, we discuss to reveal, we dig deep, we find the reason why some certain complex issues of life, and we bring them to life right here on TableTurn. TableTurn also have a foundation. It's called TableTurn Foundation. And TableTurn also have Meet My Cupid. TableTurn is a place where we discuss different kind of issues. And if you want your issues also to be heard and you want your story to be told, you have our email, you have our WhatsApp number on the screen. You can at least send us a message, send us an email, and then we attend to your issue, what you want us to talk about. So what is TableTurn all about? Because most people are misunderstanding the name TableTurn. TableTurn, that means anything can turn around at any time. Situation can turn. On this platform, we discuss different subjects, subject from Christianity to name it. We discuss it here on this platform. This is a platform where you see different kind of issues, and we bring different kind of program to you just to reach out to the people, because there are a lot of things that most of us, we've not heard before and we've not seen before. We try our best to make sure that that is on this platform and we bring it to the people. So please, if there's anything any of you would like us to put in order on this platform, you can as well drop a message to us and we'll try our best to make sure that we do that. Your critics are very important. I want to use this opportunity to welcome those who is their first time on this platform, TableTurn. This is TableTurn and I am your host, Dedicate. On this platform, we discuss different kind of subjects, different from religion to non-religion to sexual, name it, any kind of subject you want to find, you can find it here on TableTurn. And I also want to say special thanks to my team who has been behind me. I am Dedicate. I'm a musician. That is my profession. I'm a musician. And I work for TableTurn. I work for TableTurn. TableTurn employed me to be doing what I am doing. So I'm just the host of this program. Sometimes I might be here. Sometimes maybe you see somebody different. But I want us to make that clear. I am a musician and I'm the one presenting or hosting the people who comes here on TableTurn, different kind of people. So TableTurn is where different subjects. Tomorrow I can bring something different here. Expect it. It is called TableTurn. It's a table that turns. When you spin the roll, if it turns to your direction, is for you. If it turns to somebody's direction, it's for the person. I myself in person am a spiritual explorer. I explore. I want to know things that I have no idea of. Tomorrow you might see a Muslim on this platform. If he's saying something that I have no idea of and I want to know, I can bring that person here and ask the person anything I want to ask the person. So I believe that we understand ourselves. Good evening, Tom, Jerry. Good evening, Charles. Good evening, Kardashians. Good evening, Matthias. Good evening, Reverend Grace Okoro. Good evening, Ma. God bless you. Reverend Grace, I believe I'll get in touch with you as soon as possible, because we need all these women on board, women also who are powerful women when it comes to the word of God. I believe I'll get in touch with you sooner or later. Good evening to you all. You all are welcome to the platform. Good evening, Gladys. Good evening. Just want to say good evening. Tonight, we'll be talking about African community and the pandemic. Tonight, we'll be talking about African community and the pandemic. Why African community? Why the pandemic? Tonight, I'm going to be having a clinictologist. She asked me not to do this, but I have to. We have to give honor to those who honor is due. She deserves it. She's a woman of integrity. She is a clinictologist, a psychologist. She is the founder of African Tale, and she is also a community mobilist here in Antwerp. She will be joining us on this platform tonight. I just want to give her this because she really deserves it. She has been doing a lot in the African community, and also she is the CEO of the African Tales. So these are Black women who are in power. So tonight she'll be joining me on this platform where we'll be talking about African community and the pandemic. I know most of us will be wondering, what does African has to do with the pandemic? When you talk about African community, how can we help one another? How can we find a solution? What effect has this pandemic have on us? Tonight, we're going to be hearing all of that on this platform here tonight. Where to go in case you are in need of something. Like you all know, when the first lockdown came, it was a shock to everyone. But is the African community prepared? Most especially the Africans in diaspora. Are we prepared? And the second lockdown came. What effect has it has on us psychologically, emotionally, mentally, to our children, to our spouse, to our family members? All this we are going to find out as soon as she is on board. We'll be talking about that. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you are on this platform for the first time, you're welcome. This is TableTurn, and I am the host, Dede K. And tonight we're discussing the topic that says African community and the pandemic. African community and the pandemic. We're soon going to be finding out what's our hope, what's going to be the solution, what's going to be the next step, how are we going to be prepared, what are we going to be doing, how are we going to be looking for informations and stuff like that. So we're going to be finding out here. Please, can you kindly share the broadcast? You don't know who you might be helping. Share the broadcast, share on group, share on your platform, and also like our page. I love our page as well. Please share the broadcast. As you do so, may the Almighty Lord richly bless you. And if you are on this platform, please kindly indicate where you are watching us from. Nados, you're welcome. He said this is his first time here. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good evening to you. You're welcome to the platform. You're welcome. We really appreciate those of you who are coming on board on the first time to this platform. You're welcome. We really appreciate you guys for supporting and for following as well. You're welcome. So, wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It is an honor. It is an honor. And I believe you'll be on board next week. Yes. He said, I'm on fire for Jesus. I'm from South Africa. Truly, 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 you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying to you guys, that as soon as she is on the platform, I'm gonna bring her in. So I want us to be prepared of what we'll be hearing on the platform. Next week, we're gonna be having a surprise. Like I said, you all know it's TableTurn. And next week is the last Tuesday of the year 2020. So we're gonna be hosting women and men of God on this platform next week. They will be having a revival on this platform, and I am the host. We are here next week, Tuesday, by the special grace of God, we're going to start early. And Apostle Ako will be taking the apostle from the Body of Christ Ministry in Germany, in Mannheim, Germany, will be taking over from 8 till 9. And then Apostle Margaret from the Saving the Lost Ministry from the Barbados, she will be taking over from 9 till 10. And it is a powerful one. And it is called Enter the Ark Before the Great Storm. Enter the Ark before the great storm. So they will be here next week and they will guide us through, and I am the host. So I'll be hosting them here. This package is full of surprises. Next week, the 29th of December, being the last Tuesday of the year 2020, this powerful servants of God, we're gonna see us through on the platform. They're gonna see us through here on the platform. So while we are waiting for our guests to come on, and I'll bring her in. So let me be telling us what we're gonna be hearing tonight. And I want us to tighten our belt also. If you have any question, hello patient, Otoyibo, how are you? How are you doing? The kids, size, everyone, I believe you're doing great. You're welcome. We want to know how this pandemic also has affected us psychologically, emotionally, because there's a lot involved to us being Africans in diaspora. This is the first time, or African as a whole, but there are some parts of Africa that they have seen a lot of things like this. They've experienced it. But this is the first time we all are experiencing such thing, and we want to know what psychological effect it will be having on us. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you are on this platform, kindly indicate where you are watching us from. As you all know, next year also we have a lot in package, and I believe the Luciferian worshiper, because the network was really bad, we're gonna be having him back because that was the first time and everything went wrong. So we want to apologize for that broadcast, which didn't go well last week. So I believe next year we will find a place to put him to come more on the interview with us back again. The Luciferian priest worshiper. My God is bigger than that. So we're going to find a way to bring him back next year. All right. That would be nice for sure. All right. So, ladies, as we are waiting for our guests to come on, and then Baelwa, please, if you are on the platform, kindly indicate that you are here so that we can start immediately. The program. All right, ladies and gentlemen, share with friends and family. On this platform, you all know we bring different kinds of people, different kinds of people. Tomorrow, maybe you'll be seeing an Hare Krishna here who will be telling you that who has something important he believed to say. Everybody is defending what they know. So what I'm saying is this: I am exploring and I want to know. So next year we are full of a lot of packages for us next year, 2021, by the special grace of God. Jennifer, you're welcome. Kofi Banks, you're welcome. Good evening to you all who are on the platform tonight. Tonight we'll be talking about the topic that says African community and the pandemic. And I believe a lot of people have experience of what they have to say, how this pandemic have affect them psychologically, emotionally, and by the special grace of God, we are having a psychologist also. She is a psychologist in the house. These are the people that work with TableTurn. They work with TableTurn. We are bodies. So we have advocates, we have women and men of God, we have people who work in the city of Antwerp. And in case you need to know any information, they are with us. They work with us. So any information you want to know, they will render you the information. And also, if you are looking for job and you don't know where to go about it, the number is there, the email is there. Contact me, please, and I will refer you to where you have to go to get the job. If language is not a barrier, okay, they are ready to help you. Baby Lexi, you're welcome. Good evening to you. They are ready to help you. So please don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. If you know you need help, please don't hesitate. Ask. If we cannot do it, we will refer you to those of them who are empowered to do it. You are empowered to do it. And also, I want to say special thanks to Alpha and Omega Classic. Is located at Bredaban, and she is in respect of decoration, continental dishes, home and abroad. Anywhere you want her to go, she can go. Name anywhere in Europe, so long you got your cash, she can go. She's one of our sponsors. And Shakuma Fitness in Antwerp. Shakuma Fitness, where you dance all the latest African music and you fitness, to make your body look. You understand what I'm saying? Always looking good. Shakuma Fitness is also part of TableTurn. These are people who are part of TableTurn, who are thinking to take TableTurn to the next level. And I want to say special thanks to Abyss Boutique here in Belgium. Anything you see on me, they make me look beautiful. I just want to say thank you to them, to Abyss Boutique. I want to say thank you. Is located at Breadban as well. So these are the people who are partnering with TableTurn. I just want to say thank you to them all, and thank you to those of you who contributed. And we have widows and children that we try our best. We try our best. With €1, you can give a child a notebook and a pen so that they can further their education. So that they can further the education. So please, if the Lord touches your heart, our PayPal is there. It's not a force. You have to be willing to do it. Blessed is the hand that give it, and also the ones that take it. So you're going to be blessing a child's life. You're going to be blessing your own self as well. With €1, you can give a child a good future with €1. So please try to help if the Lord touches your heart to do it. And also there are old women and stuff like that, due to this pandemic, is not making you guys to see a lot of things that we are doing. TableTurn are also extended their hands to Calabar as well, Calabar in Nigeria. Also, we've extended our hands to Calabar, Nigeria, where we are working also with a ministry there in Calabar, the Levite ministry in Calabar, to try to see what we can do for the orphanage people. So by the special grace of God, we've extended our hands also to Nigeria. So I'm just keeping the update. I'm just giving us an update. As from next year, by the special grace of God, I believe we're going to be very busy. Like I said to you people, TableTurn next week will be a different thing. It is called Table That Turns. The table turns to all direction. It turns to all direction. Next week, we're going to be having Apostle Akko from Germany, from the Body of Christ ministry from Germany. He will be taking over from 8 till 9. Next week, Tuesday, is the last Tuesday of the year 2020. So they will be here leading us through with the word of God. And from 9 to 10 p.m., it will be Reverend Margaret Hayes from the Barbados, from Saving the Lost Ministries. She will be here on this platform, and I will be hosting. Please don't miss this. Don't miss. Tell a friend, and you guys know as soon as the poster is ready, I will post it. Because, and the title, he said that enter the ark before the great storm. Enter the ark before the great storm. These men and women of God are preparing the accepts. So it is table turn. Now the table has turned to that direction. The table has turned to that direction. After next week, Tuesday, before you'll be seeing my face again, it will be the 5th of January, 2021. After next week, Tuesday. Okay? And for those of you who are single, who are looking for a God-fearing woman and looking for a God-fearing man, please, you can go to register in Meet My Cupid. Meet My Cupid is also a baby from TableTurn. On the 26th, by the special grace of God, I will be doing a welcoming live program there to the people who are there. We have people from Philippines and the rest who are on that platform, Meet My Cupid. Please take note, it is not for married people. You must be single and God-fearing. And also you have to have a job, and also you have to have a paper, so that you have to have a traveling document, so that when they call on you, you can travel. You can travel by the special grace of God. I will be part of it. Other people as well will be part of it as well, to control, to see that everyone is in order. So please, Bailwa, if you are on the platform, please indicate so that you can come. I can bring you live online, because everyone is eager. Everyone is waiting right now, waiting for you. And like I said, she's a very powerful woman of substance and dignity in our society. And she said I shouldn't do it, but I have to do it. She's a clinical psychologist. She's a book writer. And she's also the founder of African Tales. And also she's a community mobilist. So this is the person we are going to be having on this platform tonight. So she's not just an ordinary person. I am saying this because she asked me before and said, I don't need that. But we have to give honor to whom the honor is due. And this honor is due to her. So she has to have it. So, all right, let me try to bring her in now. Enough of all the talking. Let me try to bring her in so that we can go ahead and start. Because tonight, the Lord is our strength. And I believe we're going to be finding out where and what we're going to do, where we have to go, where in time of needs, in times of information and stuff. We're going to be finding out all those things here tonight. She is an African, and she is giving us the pride of Africa. So, TableTurn, when we promise, we give to you. Good evening, Austin. You're welcome. Good evening, Christiana Justice Osazuwa. You're welcome, ma. Welcome to the platform. Good evening to you all. And those of you who are on the platform for the very first time, good evening to you. You're welcome. And may the Lord richly bless you for logging in. Whatever your heart desire is, may you never lack. And may the Lord grant it to you for the fact that you take your time to branch on this platform. I believe whatever you need, you are going to get it. For him that ruleth. Okay? So, please share with friends and family. I'm trying to bring her in. So, as soon as she is here, we're going to start immediately. So, we're going to start immediately. So, please invite friends and family. Invite friends and family so that we're going to be talking about this. And please, if it's your first time on this platform, kindly indicate where you are watching us from. Like I said, if you want your story to be heard and you want your story to be told, our WhatsApp number is pinned on the screen. And our studio number is as well pinned on the screen. Our email, whatever way is faster for you. If it's WhatsApp, if it's email, you just do it. Even if it's on the comment section, just drop a message and we will respond to you as soon as possible. And if you anything you want to know, if you need our opinion, we will be there to render it to you, because that's the reason why we are here. We're going to render it to you as well. So please do not hesitate. To send a message on the information you need. Do not hesitate. Guys, bear with me. I'm trying to connect her in. Bear with me. So, like, as I was saying, tonight we're gonna be finding out as African community what effect. Let me throw this question to us, to those of us who are on the platform. As Africans, community in diaspora, I'm throwing this question to us. You can type before she is coming in so that she can also answer us as well. How has the pandemic affect each and every one individually? How has it affected you individually in terms of let's start with psychologically. How has it affected you? You can type your experience or what you want to know. Even if you want to ask a question, just type it while I'm trying to bring her in so that we can ask her as soon as she is here. Because I have a lot of questions to ask, to discuss with her as well tonight. I have a lot to ask and to discuss because there are things I need to know personally in respect of your children. How has it affected you, the pandemic, personally, or maybe someone close to you that the pandemic has affected? And in terms of financially, job wise, emotional wise, psychological wise, mental wise, you can drop all on the comment section. And I believe that she is gonna be answering us. Emmanuel, good evening to you. You're welcome. Bailwa, we are waiting for you, ma. Can you indicate so that we can start as well? Because our time now is fast spending. So we can fast. You know, when you talk about the pandemic, as an African community, I will be discussing before she come in. As an African community, have we really on our own, have we prepared a pattern of testing ourselves? Do we believe as an African that this virus or really existed? And in terms of the pandemic, as African community, have we really prepared a place to say, okay, as African, I want my African people to come to this place to be tested. Let's find out, to be tested, if some of us have this, if we have this thing, if we have it. So have we sat down and talked about this in various African community? I'm talking about Africa as a whole. I'm not going to place tribalism or one country of itself. No, Africa as a whole. What have we done as African community? First of all, to test our own self, to test ourselves, because it is real. What have we done to test ourselves? Then two, also, what is the preparation? How are we prepared? How are we prepared? Where is our science engineering, those who knows computer very well, we're going to be finding out all these things, but I want to be talking before she come on the platform. I want to be talking before she come on the platform. If you see in the first lockdown, there are a lot of setback when it comes to the children education. I'm going to be talking on that before she come in, on the children education. The pandemic has really affected those of us who are Africans, our children. Because I know that the school, they gave a kind of a drive that you have to download this drive, and then your children have to be studying online. Africans. Good evening, Asanatu. Dora Kamara, good evening to you. You're welcome. It is difficult as Africans that they have to give you this device and they tell you, download it, your children start studying from home. Most of us Africans, if we don't work, if we don't go to work, we all know, because we have a lot of expenses, we have a lot of people to attend to if we don't work. But during the first lockdown, how have we been affected? How? Because even up to now, most people have to work from home. And believe me, you honestly, let's be honest now to one another. How many of us can work digitally? How many of us can work digitally? Because everything is going to be digitalized. So how many of us really could work digitally? How many of us could work digitally? So we are trying to, excuse me. So how many of us really could work digitally and say, okay, yeah, I can work digitally from home. So these are the reasons why we are discussing this tonight. African community and the pandemic. It has affected us a lot. It has affected, I don't know about you, but I know it has affected a lot. It has affected a lot of marriages. It has affected a lot of people psychologically, emotionally, because African people, we are very vibrant. We want to do things. And those things at the moment, we don't have it. We are family loving. And right now, you can't be with your family. With all due respect, it also goes to everybody, because now we are being restricted. We can't do that. Emotionally, it's affecting us. Psychologically, it is affecting us. So I'm asking us, those of you who are on the platform, please, I am asking a question before the lady will come in on the platform. How has it affected you? How has it affected you? Everybody on this platform, as our faces are different, our stories are different. The topic is African community and the pandemic. African community and the pandemic. That's what we are talking about. African community and the pandemic. How has it affected us? How has the pandemic affect Africans, most especially African in diaspora? because everything is being digitalized. So how many of us knows the digital world? And if we know, how do we put it to use? How do we call our youth to start educating them on the digital world that we are now in? I can know how to use something, but does not mean I'm specialized on it. Let us not get that wrong. Everyone can switch up their computer and type an email, but you are not specialized on Office and all those kind of stuff. So how has it affected us? Rita, good evening to you. How are you doing? You're welcome. So how has it affected us? But me personally, because I'm really very emotional when it comes to children, I'm gonna stay on that, because I see in the first lockdown a lot happens. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody here or anyone, because we're talking about how the pandemic has really affected us as Africans. You just wake up one morning thinking it's a brand new day, it's something else, and something else came and they tell you from today, your child is going to be studying online. Let's be honest. Are we used to that? We are not used to that. A lot of children's future are on hold because of this. Because we don't know how to go about it as Africans. But tonight I'll be having her here on the platform. So she's going to be leading us through and telling us, when you have a situation like that, when your child is having a problem in education, what is the psychological effect on your kids? I don't want to talk about us as adults. I want to hold on the children in question first, because I'm giving a space for her to log in as well. So how has the pandemic affected us as Africans? Some of us don't know how to use computer. Let's be honest. I'm not insulting anybody. Some of us, we don't know how to use computer. You can put it on and use it and go to your Facebook and go to your Instagram and go to your Twitter and go to those things. But how many of Africans, excuse me to say this, how many Africans are really good in the digital world? And how are they using this to help us? How are they using it to help us? Those of us that have no idea of this, those of us that don't know what to do, those of us that don't know what to download. Because everything about you change. Your marital status change. Your communication with your kids change. The way you relate to people change. Everything changed in this pandemic. It changed. So I'm asking all Africans all over as a whole, how, or what do we do from now on? Because we don't know the next year we are going into. We don't know what we are expecting. We don't know what we are expecting. How can we learn? We want to know, how can we learn? How can we learn the computers? How can we learn? How can we know more? How do we know more? All right. Our brother Austin is saying the situation affected most of us in many ways. Normally, I traveled home to Nigeria 2 to 3 times a year, but throughout the year, I could not. Like, seriously, it is working on me, and I know it is working on me, and I know too many out there, too many restriction, no more fun. Yeah, it is terrible, my brother. It is. Indeed. And in the year that we are coming in, we don't know. Because right now, everything is digitalized. So let's talk one-on-one. Let's talk one-on-one. Including me, I'm also involved. For me, I work with people. I work with people, physical work, I work with them. But it's coming to a time where you or we're going to be working with the computer. Yes, I can work with it, but it is not the same like working with the people early morning. You go there, good morning, you want your coffee, you want your tea, you want your this, you know, you are interacting with these people, and they're going to cut that away from you, that you should be working from home. I'm scared of what is going to happen. And Amira K say, you are very correct, my dear. Back home in Nigeria, it was terrible during the lockdown. It was not easy at all. So everybody have their own story. So some of us, without our salary, it is difficult. And here you are locked down, you have no means, you have no resources, you have nothing that you have kept aside in a situation like this. And that is why we are having this discussion tonight. Where do we go? What has Africa as a whole, in diaspora to be precise, let me put it there before we go to because if we say let's go to other various places in Africa, I believe that we can't even handle. What have they packaged for us in terms of trouble? I'm not just talking about giving somebody one bag of rice. Because when the person finish eating the bag of rice, the problem is still there. Yes, it helps. Don't get me wrong. It helps. It helps. But there are more. We need those of them who are in the position to teach us how to fish. We want to fish in the time of this pandemic. A lot of business are crumbling. People who are doing business home and abroad, they can't do those business anymore for the time being. And only God knows when we can continue. Please, for those of you who could not type the WhatsApp number, the line is open. So I will be continuing before we have our guest in tonight, the clinical psychologist. Before we have her here tonight, I don't know what is keeping her on hold. I don't know why she's still not here yet, but maybe, you know, they are psychological people. So, good evening, Reverend Justice Osazua. You're welcome, sir. How is your day doing? So, our churches are closing down. Even the place you go to have mental refreshment is closing. They are closing it. In one way or the other, it's affecting us. It's affecting our faith. It's affecting our personality. It's affecting our identity. The pandemic is really, really affecting us. So I will love those of us who it had affected also as well to tell their story. To also tell their story. You can type your experience. You don't need to give all in details. You can type your experience. But I want to know, the reason why I'm bringing this lady into the platform is that she can tell us where we can go, what we can do. Because they have the strings that they are pulling. Also, somewhere else. Yeah, my sister Rita, indeed, it is no more, is no more fun. But what can we do as African community to overcome this? What can we do? What can we do? Because the pandemic is caging us. It's caging us. Or we are already caged. We are already caged. Everything is being shrinked. Everything is being minimized. Even the way you communicate with your kids is being minimized. A lot of homes are breaking this time. The lockdown is not even enough, or the pandemic situation is not enough. The breaking pandemic is even more than the pandemic itself. We will get to that sometime next year. Let me not bring those topics in here tonight, because we have something different to do and to say here. So this pandemic has really affected us. It has affected us. So we should try our best, as loving as possible as we can, to see that we do something about this. So I will really love her to come in now to come and tell us where we have to go. I'm bringing her here because most of us, we need informations. We need information. When you don't have information, is a problem. We need information. Information, we really need information so that we can continue to see what we have to do in this time, most especially in the digitalized world. We have to go and, first of all, personally for me, we have to start to go and learn the computer very well this time. We have to go and learn. We have to go and learn how to work with the computer. We have to go and learn how to work with the computer. So that is how I believe we're gonna do that. We're gonna learn how to work with the computer, and also we should create something as African. I don't know. I personally don't know. That is why I want to bring her in. Personally, I don't know. Maybe it is formed. I don't know. Where we can go. Okay. They've already created the place that we should go for test, to test if we have the COVID or not. So, but Africans, where can Africans go in African community that this is what we have created and for us to be tested? Where can we go about that? How can we go about that? Sorry about that. How can we go about that to really see what it is, to really see what it is? So she will be coming in. Excuse me. You see that I just went off a little bit because she's trying to communicate. So she's coming in. Sorry, guys. Sorry. She's coming in. So, like I said, we all have our own experience of this pandemic. Most people have things to do. Nobody can travel in. Nobody can travel out. We are all just stuck. We are locking out. We are locking in. So it has affected us a lot. A lot. Most especially my African community. So it has affected us a lot. It has affected us a lot. So please share with friends and family, share with everybody, because this pandemic, the line is open. You can call and also give your contribution before she come on. You can call and give your contribution before she come in on the platform. You can call in. So this pandemic, healthly wise, I was talking about the psychological effect on our children education. And now I want to talk about, bless you, Apostle Margaret. Good evening, ma. You're welcome to the platform. And I was talking about how it has affected our children's life, emotionally, mentally, in the way of studies, because the way of studies of these children have really changed, which is the computerized age that we are in right now. We're going to be seeing more of this. And as African community, or as Black community, what is our preparation for this? Are we prepared? Or we are still saying it doesn't matter? Or we are still saying it doesn't really matter? Are you well informed of what is really ahead of us? Are you well informed? And even to you as a parent, this has affected you a lot. If you look the way the pandemic has really affected the children's life, I'm talking about the children. Because why I'm emphasizing on the children is this: they are the future of tomorrow. And if they are coming to tell you that your child is not doing good in school because you as the parent, you know nothing about the digital world, we have a problem. So how do we go about it? I'm using this opportunity also to urge people, for this time everything is limited. We are home. We can learn. We can learn how to use the computer at home. You can find information. You can find on YouTube. You can find the information you need for easy start, for you to start to use the device you have in your hands. Use it to educate yourself, not only for the social media purpose, for an important purpose, because the time is coming that everything, let's be honest, in Europe here, I don't know about other parts, nothing is with papers anymore. Everything is computer. So if you don't have computer, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? If you don't have computer, what's going to happen? You'll be crying and you'll be shouting and you'll be saying, oh, what is this? Because there are most of us, some people, they don't have computer. They don't have it. Some don't have computer at all. They don't even have television. So those people that have no computers, that have these things, this digital regime we are going into, that they don't have it, how can they be informed? Where can they go to get these things? like I put a number there. I said, if you need help, you need these things, we are working with people who are there. They can give you computer. You contact me, I will give your name and I will send you to them, or they will call you. If you need computer for anything, they will give. It has to be for the good cause, for the good cause that you want to do it. They will contact you. They work with the city. They will take your information. If you are looking for a job, for those of you, I know it is difficult in foreign countries, maybe one way or the other, your papers are not yet in order. Please contact me and I will refer you to them. If they can help you, they will say, yes, we can. If they cannot, they will also tell you where you can go, where they will help you. We have those people here on the platform. We are here to turn situations around. We are here to turn life around. So please don't hesitate. Just throw away the pride and ask. If you don't speak out, nobody can help you. Maybe the person next to you has the solution to what you're looking for. And your privacy also is sealed. No one is going to take it out there to say anything to anybody that you are not or you are this or you are that. No, that is sealed. It's confidential. If you need, we take you, we send you to who you need to go to, how you need to get help, and they will help you. And I want her to come in because she's the founder of the African Tales, so that she can tell us, because they work with different chains of all over, so they can tell you where to go and who to meet and who is going to help you, who is the spokesperson there. They're going to tell you all that. So please, really, it is really, really important that we all know this. It is very important that we know it. Yes, I believe so. That is why I want her to come in. Yes, because we have different parts of Europe that she works with, and she's part of TableTurn. So she might have somebody. That's why I want her to come in, so you can ask her the question yourself, so that she can tell us. So that she can tell us where to go and how you can come in about that. So I believe. Hello, ma'am. We are waiting for you. Yeah, you just have to go to the page, TableTurn, log in, then I'll bring you. Yeah, but I cannot see you. Can you see me? Yeah, you just have to log into the page and you can see me, then I can bring you in. All right, guys, she's coming online now. So all the questions you are preparing. Facebook. Yeah, but I did send you an invite. I did. Check. No, on Facebook. Can you please go to your messenger on Facebook? But you just have to come on the page, then I can also bring you in as well. Then I will do that. Then I will add you from the live. You just have to come when I see you, then I can add you as well. But I can see you. Say something, just say hello or something so that I can add you. I can see you. You are watching, but you are not on. You've not. Okay, now I can see you. Can you try to wait? Let me see. Anyway, I have to go. Anyway, guys, be patient with us. She's here, but wow. Can you log out again and then coming back again, because you are not having a camera on me to add you. Okay, can you log in again, please? How do you mean? Okay. All right, guys. Technical issue on our own side, but she's fixing it and then she'll come on. So then let me get you through to WhatsApp then. Let me get you through to WhatsApp. Yeah, through on WhatsApp. Yeah, that would be better. Guys, I'm gonna put her on WhatsApp because her internet is failing. So let me put her through to WhatsApp, and then everyone can ask her a question and stuff like that. So like as I was saying, it would have really been better if she is here like that. Okay, but it's what it is. I can't do anything about the internet. So let me try to see that I get her on WhatsApp, and then we can ask her the questions we want to ask her. Let me see if I can get her on the video on WhatsApp. Okay. Let me see. Guess so I can get her on the video on WhatsApp. Yes. So she's gonna be with us in a while now. So guys, make sure Rita already asked a question if they have it in Italy, and she also want to study computer as well. So I believe we're gonna be asking her that. So that will be great. I'm trying to get her on WhatsApp. Guys, bear with me because I'm trying to bring her on video on WhatsApp. So so that we can discuss this our pandemic thing. The pandemic is now also affecting the phone. Pandemic, see, digital world. See what I'm saying? Hello, ma. Good evening to you. I'm gonna put you to the audience, so you'll be seeing me through the camera, please, so that I pray that the internet is well in order. All right, guys.
I don't have problems with internet, actually. My internet connection is all right. But you just needed to give me a link so that you can bring me onto the...
Yeah, but normally when you log in to the normal page to watch me, then I can add you. You see something like a green camera there, so or you can add me. You can also make a request on video. Then I can as well come on.
Very quickly. I mean, since the people are waiting.
Yeah. So
can we just chat anyway? Let's go ahead if it's possible that way. I think it's well, we figure it out. So yes, I don't know. You were explaining. I followed the conversations. Are there any? I mean, in general, I think what is important is just that as
hold on a moment, guys. Can you hear her? Can you hear her? If you can hear us, just give a thumb up, please. All right, continue, please. Can you start first of all, because I made a little bit of introduction. Forgive me. I know you said, oh, they said no. So.
Okay, so that's okay. I mean, since everybody's been online for a long time, we just go straight to the topics.
Yeah.
I mean, we go straight. So if there's any question that's on hand, we can start with that. Otherwise, I think what is important is that for everybody to know that, I mean, the situation is basically affecting everybody.
Yes.
There's no, but in different ways. And one issue is no stronger or worse than the other. I think what is important when we discussing this pandemic is to see that as community members, we try to be there for each other. We try to support each other, and also to look out for resources around us that we can rely on to see us through. There are certain issues that are key. Is to find ways of managing.
Yes.
Wherever we are, everybody's struggling in one way or another. Some people are struggling worse than others, but I think it's affecting people in all sorts of ways, bringing a lot of panic, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of stress to a lot of people. But in order to, what I can advise from as a clinical psychologist is that it's very important to have a routine.
Okay.
In this time, whether you're working or not working, try to have a routine of things that you have to do every day. And since most people, especially in European countries, we're working from home, those that are working from home or just sitting in the house, it's very important to find time to stretch, to take some exercise, and to find some quiet space. Sometimes just to to switch off from the screen, because the screen as well can cause you a lot of stress.
Yes.
It's in as much as it's the medium of work at the moment, it can also be a source of stress and anxiety. But what is important is actually for everybody to find a routine, a to-do list of you're going to take a walk, or you're going to stretch, or you're going to follow some online exercise program on things like that. And also, what is I think at the moment you have people that are taking on a lot more of the troubles, the problems of issues of others,
Mm-hmm.
and that can also be a source of compassion fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
When you cannot take on more than you can handle, I think there should also be a possibility for somebody who has a lot of responsibilities to have also supports, a support around them, people that they can talk to, just to relieve, because some people, they're in situations where they have to take care of family members in difficult situations.
Yes.
There should be possibility for them to find resources for their own support.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay actually for people to grieve. People shouldn't feel bad that I'm not feeling well. I shouldn't cry just because I'm only anxious. I'm not going without food. I'm not going without a job. Because even just anything that causes you a lot of anxiety, it's okay to feel bad about it. I think we shouldn't be minimizing an issue that's affecting people in different ways.
Yes.
But I think what we wanted to discuss today especially is that what can we do as a community actually to cushion and to support each other.
Yes.
I think there are several levels. First
Okay.
of all, without disregard, there's so many individuals and organizations already, like in Belgium, that have really taken on initiative, especially to provide food for either for the youth or community members that don't have access to, that don't have adequate income.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really critical. But I think can be stepped up by each one actually just taking responsibility of considering other community members that may be less off than they are.
Yes.
If each one of us carries out some act of compassion, I think then it makes it easier to take care of everybody. Almost not everybody. You cannot find out everybody that's going through issues. Some people, they are very private, they keep quiet, but even the ones that are private,
mm-hmm.
We have churches, we have the mosques, we have community organizations. Almost all the communities in Belgium, for instance, they've got their own national organizations. They've got community organizations.
Yes.
I think these organizations should also step up on checking up on each other, checking up on their community members.
Mm-hmm.
it starts from the individual, also it goes to the community representatives, goes to the churches, goes to the mosques. At all different levels, there should be just deliberate actions to look out for each other. And wherever we are, wherever we stay, I think in most cases, wherever we live, we know other Africans living around.
Yes.
Talk to each other. I mean, we are not allowed to see people, but if you are a sociable person, normally you know these people. So it just makes sense to try and check on them. The other actions that are also very effective is to find out through your community center.
Excuse me. Someone is asking a question that if there is an organization in Italy.
In which city are they living in Italy?
Rita, can you tell us the city you are living in Italy, please? Or you can continue while she's typing it, I believe. You can continue.
Okay. I will give you a contact. I cannot type the contact.
No problem.
Online.
Yeah.
I'll give you the contact person that she can get in touch with.
Okay. Rita, we're going to get you the contact person that you can get in touch with in Italy. She's going to send the information and I'll send it to you on WhatsApp.
I'll text you and you can get in touch with there are a couple of ladies there that are very well organized and that would actually be very good source of support for her.
Yeah. There is something also personally I was saying because, like I said, with all respect, I'm not trying to bring anyone down because now we are getting into the digital age, the age of computerization. So, and there are most Africans also that don't know about computers. So how can the community give a lending hand to them to study and stuff?
Well, I don't think do they want to learn computer skills in order for them to keep up with their work or what? I think in most communities I'm speaking from a Belgian perspective.
Yeah.
You have services. You have very different services at community levels, but also I know that there are African organizations that have set up programs to support the community members.
Okay.
So that is also information that somebody that needs that support, you should also not sit back and expect information to come to you. Be proactive about your life.
Yeah.
Organizations of African communities, what support they would have. Especially the federation organizations, they do have support services in terms of computer skills. But this is not something that is going to be, if it's a complicated skills, but if it's just the hands-on how to operate, to prepare Zoom meetings, and I've seen that there are several organizations that have been offering these courses. So I think the person that needs that information, that's also something you can provide to them. Just take their number and
yes, I'm gonna do that. I will take their details and then we can send them so that they can go forth for it. Yeah.
I will offhand, but I know that there are a number of organizations offering that, but that's information you can also provide. I think it is very important for everybody to also take care of ourselves. We should be very mindful about our own. Let's not get beaten because the virus might go on for some time.
True.
And there's still time, so we need to strengthen our own resilience.
Yes.
But that resilience comes through taking active participation and active effort about what you need in your life. But of course, if it's too difficult, for instance, if somebody really doesn't have income and they need food, this is something I think that in addition to having stress and panic and anxiety and having all this, that situation I think is really a very bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
But also being said and done, I think as all community members as we are, I think these are things we need to step up to care for each other.
Yes.
I think we need to bring compassion to the fore. It's very important. It's very important to check on the people around you, the people that you think might be needing help, and also just to find out. Like I said, there are so many ways you can find. People won't come forth, but if you belong to a certain area, I think you know who's doing
Yeah,
what.
yeah, that's true.
It's the time to be involved about ourselves, but also involved about other people, what's going on with
I
us.
know here in Antwerp there's also because the city is also giving out computers for families who their children do not have a computer. So who does not have computers at home, they give computers for them to be able to use it for studies, because the online studies, because there are some parents, some Africans who doesn't have that. I've said it also, if they need this, they should contact TableTurn as well, because that's the reason why we are here, crossing information over for them to really.
Exactly. The most important thing is to have sources of information, to identify where you can find information. But it's now you mentioned school, especially for parents that have got language issues. It must be very difficult for them to cope with
Yeah, it is.
supporting the children at school. But this is also something, when we're talking about compassion, is something. I mean, if we've been compassionate before, we can step up the efforts. If we cannot help somebody and we know somebody who can help another person, please don't stay quiet. This is time for everybody to just step up and do something. Take
Yes.
care of yourself, but also do something about your other fellow human beings that you identified maybe a lot more vulnerable than you are.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that you have to feed other people, but there's information on their source, their facilities that are in place for. I mean, I know for sure. I can speak for my own local communities. There's always consultations on finding out and what's happening, but also from an individual level, I mean, there's something that you can do to help out another person.
True.
If you're not able to do that, but you know that they are having difficulties, please don't hesitate to get in touch with other people, community leaders that can actually support them.
Sure. Because I always put it like you said. Some people, they are very shy to ask, but information are private. If you need it, we direct to you, because this organization also, they are partnering also with TableTurn, and they are trying to see that they get across and they have enough people as much as they can help. But so far is only few people that have come, and I'm even expecting more, but it's like, I don't know, maybe people are just so scared of what is next. But if you don't, and also they give you opportunities also, where I think parents only have to pay 25 euros for the full year, and they give you a teacher that come to teach your children at home, in respect of the lack of studies that the.
Yeah, precisely, especially for the youth, it must be very stressful actually, also for the lack of social contact.
Yes.
So in that sense, I think there should also be an encouragement to parents to make sure that there are safe places to go out and take a walk, even within the limited numbers, that the children are not constantly just indoors, because that's very detrimental to their health. Please, everybody, take steps to make sure that you have a routine of just taking deliberate walks, cycling. If it's raining and you have a television, there are a lot of programs of television about exercise. Do something, and also just to find some quiet moment for yourself. I mean, within the family structure, I think what a lot of people are also would be struggling with is having space. Whereas before, I mean, you can go anywhere and just. I think it's also important as family members to give each other space. Space doesn't mean that everybody has to have their own room, but just rotate. It's one of the tools that how you can cope with being confined within one space, is that rotate. When somebody else is doing something, another person can have a quiet moment.
So
because everybody needs some
when you are saying that as a family we should try to give a space, because you are a clinical psychologist, and is that a good benefit to our mental health?
Everybody needs some quiet moments. You cannot be on top of each other throughout.
Okay.
Because we're forced to be with each other 24/7, which normally doesn't happen. So we need to find space. We need to find space for everybody to have their own moment. This is why I'm saying routine is very important in this sense. To arrange and very good planning within family relationship is very important, because otherwise people become snappy, they become angry, they become irritable, because you're just bumping into each other. So it is very important to create room for everybody within the household to have time for themselves. And also, I mean, as you know, this time is also there's a lot of aggression and a lot of anger. So it's very easy for people to be violent. This is why it's important to actually have those routines of creating space, and also taking exercise, having some time to take a walk, to leave, just within the specified regulations for the confinement. Take time to just be out and give each other space. Don't be on top of each other throughout. True. Because we don't normally live like that. We don't 24/7 communicate.
Yeah, it's true.
We are forced to
do that. Yeah, it's true.
So you need to create a room for each other as well. But especially for parents that have got young children, please make sure that they have enough activity. Children need activity. Supervise activities that they don't break the regulations. Give them time to accompany them. Make sure that they are, they have enough activity. They have enough exercise, because they need that. But especially their in the sense of school, because they're not fortunately the schools will remain open, I think, when the time comes, which is very good. Yes. But when they're not able to go to school, please keep them active, and that they have enough healthy activities that they can do. Don't let them just go into snacking, which they can do very easily, and that's also not very healthy for the children, because not only healthy, but mentally it's not healthy when they have intake of wrong food that's not good for their mental health. True. So we really need to be mindful of ourselves, how we're managing, but also be compassionate towards other people, not only within the African community, but people around us. Sure. But our survival doesn't only depend on among us. Some of us, you have other people that don't have people from the African community around them. But just be, I think this is also, I've seen that a lot, even people that are normally not social. They are rethinking the way they.
Of course. Yeah, the pandemic have shaped them. Yeah, it's true.
Everybody needs that social, even just a smile through the masks. You can see somebody smiling, whatever. That's enough.
True.
Because we are social animals, so we need to just make the effort.
True.
But also other thing is protecting the vulnerable in the homes that are abusive. How do
Yeah.
we deal with it?
Yes. You just
This is
you took it out of my mouth. I was about to ask you that. Yes. Yes.
how people in abusive relationships. You know, it is very difficult and delicate situation for an outsider to spot or really accurately say somebody's in an abusive uh, environment. I mean, but when you see that something is happening and it's not, it can get worse. Please don't hesitate to. You don't have to take things into your hands. There are social departments, especially in Belgium, that do have a lot of communication programs. If you feel, I mean, obviously there's always somebody screaming somebody. Don't keep quiet. Please take some steps and find from the community center, find out information. How can you?
Yeah, because even before the program started this evening, I came in some few minutes late because somebody called me and was explaining a situation to me, and the person wants me to handle that situation, and I'm like, okay, in the pandemic, in the lockdown, there is a violence going on, and this violence is the other way around. Is the woman doing it to the man? So I'm like, okay. So everybody is trying to talk to this lady, and no one could get her to her real senses.
Nobody can get through to her.
Yeah, nobody can get through to her. So I'm like, okay, I will get the information later because I have to go on live now. But he wants me to discuss it.
Look, I think what should happen. I think we have a tendency in our community to hide when something there's violence. Even if you have, I mean, even for the woman that's inflicting violence on the man.
Yeah,
it's still a very issue, and what is a problem? Then she must be undergoing a lot of stress that's making her that way. Then maybe is she the one you're closer to, or is it
I'm not closer to no one. They just get the information on TableTurn and they want me to discuss the issue, but I want to go deep into that issue first.
Okay.
Before.
Okay, that's something we can follow up together, maybe.
Yes, yes,
maybe
because from what the person have said, the person also, the man has a medical issue and is really is not pleasant to hear at all. It's not pleasant, but I have to hear both sides of the story. I don't want to take only one part and make a conclusion. But it's a family friend who is calling me for that I should treat this issue because
absolutely there would be. I mean, in homes we have different situations. You've got situations where people really have. I mean, not the stand. I wouldn't say. I mean, somebody's got already underlying conditions. Maybe this person's already got health issues.
Yes.
And somebody, the wife, the spouse, having 7, because in other circumstances maybe those people would be provided with support outside them. But especially if somebody's already got an underlying condition, it must be very difficult to deal with that. So I think that person, I mean, needs support. both ways. They need support, and support is there. There's a lot of social services and there's psychological programs. There's a lot of services out there. So when you have that, I mean, I have normally the websites and things where you can reach out or whatever. But for first line support, if it's really urgent, I don't have issues actually just listening in and to see what they might be needing.
I'm gonna put that across to you because it's something that really needs urgency. Something that it needs urgency and it needs to be attended to. Otherwise, we will have this.
Anybody needs first line psychological support, you can give my WhatsApp number. I don't have problems with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, don't have problems with that. We can give them. I mean, that's what we are trained for. We are trained to also
True.
support. But in essence, violence is a big issue in these circumstances. So please, let's watch out for each other and making sure that we can anything. I mean, never be quiet when you see an abusive situation.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be silent, because by being silent, you're also being an accomplice.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot solve those. If you know people, you don't have to be the person to solve the situation. But there are social departments, especially
of course,
in the Flemish side, we call them all same way. They have very good communication departments that are very helpful and they are very adequate as a number one neutral people. Sometimes people just need somebody neutral.
Yes.
You know, a lot of our people don't like to deal with another African or whatever.
Yeah, but as a psychologist, because I want to be, I'm gonna be asking you some questions on behalf of the audience. Is
Sure.
Why is it that we as Africans, we love to keep things in? Would you say is because of the way we are brought up, or we are just trying to be too private and things are getting worse, we can't speak out, or it's just because we are scared or not confident enough?
There are several reasons, actually. I remember that, I mean, for a long time I've worked with refugees and asylum seekers through the FEDESIO. And when I did a lot of consultancy work, it was because the psychologist in the center actually had problems getting the women, especially the young people, to talk about issues. So they always brought me in to try and unravel. It's a lot of issues. Look at it. We come from a setup habitually where we live in social context, whereby within the family, we have the extended family. So if something is going on, there's been a habit of people just relying on speaking to somebody around them on what's going on.
Yes.
But also there's the question of, and here you come and you don't have those extended circles of relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And in most cases, you don't even know the person. Even we can say, okay, I'm also from Nigeria, but basically you'd be strangers to each other.
True.
So we come from a situation where we've been used to dealing with these kind of issues through our own familial structures of extended family system, because everybody finds there's always somebody that's there. That used to be the case. There would always be somebody there to listen and to talk to. But also, when it's really a mental health issue, there is a big taboo in our societies.
Yes.
Mental health issues. Nobody wants to. But it's not only African society. I've heard even Asian communities. I mean, communities similar to ours. People don't talk about mental health because it's just not something you want to be known to have a condition. because it's taken very badly, then people, they start labeling you, you know. So it's both ways. It's the person who's suffering from it and the community, the way we react to it. So there are several reasons, but that said and done, I think if you're really listening and you have issues coping, you have a lot of anxiety, you have a lot of stress, and you're not managing, please seek psychological support. Do not wait too long, because there's always help.
Yeah.
Seek help is always there. Don't wait too long, because you don't know what damage you're doing to yourself. There's only so much somebody can bottle up.
But there's something also that I have noticed is you are a psychologist, and Africans, excuse me to say this, some of us are in depression and they don't want to ask for help. And even when you are telling them that I think you are depressed, you need to seek for assistance, they don't want to go for therapy or something. I don't know what they are scared of.
Well, that's what I'm saying. By waiting too long, a lot of people that I've worked with over the years, usually it's in a very bad situation because they wait too long. Then they just don't have a choice. They have to ask somebody to talk to and seek support. But why wait too long when you can actually get support before things get bad?
Yeah.
It's that we have to take responsibility for our health. But eating good food, having a good state of mind, having a physical fitness, all these things, they are our responsibilities.
Yeah.
You know, they are our responsibilities. And also talking about food, um, in these times when people are there's a lot of struggling
Yeah.
income wise.
Yeah.
There's a tendency that people might start eating very, very bad foods that are not very healthy for them because they'll be cheaper. But so I've just had a rundown because I took it upon myself to check in the different categories. You know, the vegetables we have as the typical foods that we want as Africans to eat, that we like to eat. In most cases, they're actually expensive compared to local grown vegetables.
True.
And I think
True.
there should be a mind switch at the momentarily, just to cope. And don't depend on just buying. If you only want to eat okra, you'll go for okra, because okra would be very expensive compared to having other healthy vegetables. Please also try to adjust. Take foods that don't cost too much money but are healthy.
Yeah.
So you don't. I mean, at one point we should not wait until I have my African food. I won't survive. You will survive because you need that good nutrition intake.
True.
Check the markets. They have very good foods that are equally nutritious, and that you don't have to spend the income that you're struggling to straight from A to Z with, just by insisting on having food like back home. There also has to be an adjustment at different levels. The same way we're adjusting about not going outside, not going to meet, to have gatherings and things.